Let's talk about The Rings of Power, their new trailer for season 2, and how HBO Max from Warner absolutely wrecked them with their big trailer announcement. 2 hours ago, the official teaser trailer for Rings of Power Season 2 dropped. And then 57 minutes ago, House of the Dragon Season 2's trailer drops. I don't even think they announced that trailer was coming. But for a few days now, at least yesterday for sure, Amazon was teasing this trailer is coming. Get ready, like people actually care, because the ratings for this series fell off a cliff after the first 3 or 4 episodes. Everyone tuned out because it's an awful show. The acting is awful. The sets are awful. The lore is broken. They've disrespected fans. The show is a gigantic POS. Okay? And it's also one of the most expensive shows ever made, which, of course, is going to bring in Access Media to go after fans who are upset. This was a huge thing that happened when that show was out in 2022. They were calling everybody racist for not liking the show, which is funny because House of the Dragon also had some of the things that they claim people hated about Rings of Power in it, but yet for some reason, House of the Dragon is very loved. I know some people don't like it. I actually think an 82% audience score is pretty accurate because there's a lot of people that liked it, but there was some people that didn't like any of the changes that they made into it. I loved House of the Dragon Season 1. I thought it was fantastic, and I'm actually looking forward to Season 2. The difference between this and the original Game of Thrones is this is already completed, so they have something to go by. Because remember, Game of Thrones fell apart when they ran out of source material. So, 82% average audience score. People loved it. Rings of Power, everyone hates it. Critics loved it, though. Of course they did. It's one of the most expensive shows ever made. You better like it, or you're going to lose access. But it's just funny. I always found it funny. You know, they attacked people criticizing Rings of Power and totally left out. It's almost like House of the Dragon didn't exist. Because if you look at the fact that that show countered all of their arguments, because it's like, oh, they're only racist towards Lord of the Rings. They let it all go for House of the Dragon. It destroyed their arguments. Yeah, but the show is not loved. And what's hilarious, 2 hours in, this trailer's already ratioed. 37,000 dislikes to 22,000 likes. And I would imagine it's going to get much, much worse. It's probably going to get really worse. Meanwhile, House of the Dragon Season 2, not ratioed. In fact, I don't see this one getting ratioed. Trailer has me excited. Ready to see what happens. I've been waiting to see what happens. Should be a good show. Unlike Rings of Power, which will likely be a piece of shit disaster. August 29th is when this comes out. I, for one, cannot wait. I'm not even going to watch it. I'm just going to go by what the audience is saying about it. I tried to watch this show. It's so boring. It is, I think, one of the worst shows I've ever seen. And I'll never understand why the showrunners, so the people who ran this show, had barely any experience at all. And Amazon's like, here's all of this money. Go ahead and make this show. We trust you with one of the most expensive shows ever made. Ridiculous. And when you look at this show, it doesn't look like it's one of the most expensive shows ever made. In some ways, it looked cheap. Looked cheap in areas. Like, it's just not a good show. And I find it funny. If you say that, they just come after you and they call you an istaphobe. But, you know, House of the Dragon, made for half the price. Much better show. Get completely ignored. So I'm glad they dropped this right on top of it. What a Chad move. Like, oh, okay, you're going to drop your trailer? We're going to drop it right on top of your ass and take away your momentum. Beautiful, beautiful move by Warner. Absolutely hilarious. And I'm glad these shows are coming out at the same time again. That was really fun to compare the ratings to this show to the Amazon garbage, because this show blew it away. This show, everyone was talking about it. Nobody was talking about Rings of Power other than how bad it was and what a disappointment it was and what a waste of money it was. So, yeah, I think this is going to be funny and interesting. I'm actually looking forward to House of the Dragon Season 2, and I'm looking forward to making fun of Rings of Power Season 2. One thing I noticed right away with this trailer, they're trying to make it look dark. They show you Rings of Power, all the rings that all the other people had that Sauron used to control them and manipulate people. So they're trying to get you excited for actual shit from the from the books. So it won't work. I think they've lost people, and I'll be shocked if this gets a season 3. To be honest, I really will. They're going to try to right the ship with this. I don't think it's going to work. This is nothing but a DEI fest, and they put DEI first. It's very obvious with this show. So it'll be fun. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.